Oh yeah. R&E inquiry. Let me ask you this question.
Right.
When it comes to hospital bills, the criminal I say, if you go to hospital, they don't take money like an upfront from you. They take care of you before they send you the bill.
Right.
Yeah. But in Ghana, you have to pay before they take care of you.
Right.
Which is something when I think about it, it's stupid.
And then the systems, no?
And you can't do anything about it. In North America, right? US has the highest healthcare service, like when it comes to the money wise. What do you think, or between Ghana and here, that they will request money from you before taking care of you? And here, it's like the bill is too much for they to take care of you. Between Ghana and here, which one do you think is best? And please don't bring in the quality of health.
Oh no, I get it. Yeah, it's even way different from that. You know, being a nurse, you know, I mean that's how we are trained. We take care of patients way before we ask about, okay, do you have money to pay your bills? Do you have money to pay your hospital bills? No. If you go to the emergency room, whether you go with headache, whatever thing, any emergency thing that makes you go to the hospital, you are to be taken care of first before anything else, before any financial thing, which that is very understanding. Because I'm close to dying. That point shouldn't be the place where you ask me, okay, do you have money to pay? No, I'm dying. Like, okay, if I'm dead, would I be able to pay my bills? No. So take care of me first, and the financial issues will come later. Okay. So that is how America is. They take care of you first, and then financial issues comes later. What's my say? But back in Ghana, no.
I'm just gonna first and show.
I had a friend that just passed away. That was the same thing. I had to support.
What was his diagnosis?
She had this immune, problems going on with her, and it had been with her for that long, and just in a year about financial security, when you say call hospital, the first name was Sika. Also, scans will be. What must say? And to the point said that thing got very worse. By the time she got there, they even she was in the hospital for 2 days. Someone almost about to die. 2 days unattended, nothing. They were just waiting for money for labs.
Well, yeah, I come from the same place.
They didn't come, like almost they didn't attend to her or nothing like that. So 2 days after, some more labs. After a year, and they saw that things were getting worse, and sadly she passed away.
But when you say the healthcare is not a charity home,
right? It's not. I know somebody has to be paid.
Yeah, somebody has to be paid.
Somebody has to be paid. Which that is how the world is run on money. Yeah, you got to pay something somehow. But if that is what America did, I mean, it's a hand, so we see it, yeah. But almost set systems, no, to say, okay, well, this is what we want to go into, save people's lives. We said this could be some of the challenges that could come up. So what should we do? Let's focus on our first and main goal of saving people's lives, and afterwards the financial aspect will come later, because as it goes. Because if you set up something that you can't fulfill that that agenda of whatever you set up, then I think you shouldn't be in that field.
Okay.
So that's what I say.
Yeah, and I come as a crown, a hospital, as a show. If you know in your skin, I can also find for financial support.
That's what I say, because first the main goal hospital is to seek for healthcare. That's what I say. And that place isn't a bank.
But it's you. A room as you illegal immigrant people.
Oh yeah.
In the Sanko phone,
right?
How can they go to hospital?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, and a lot of people don't know that every hospital or clinic in the United States is obligated to take care of any patient
regardless of their status.
Regardless of your status. You can never be told that, you can never be denied healthcare in any, because the moment you do that, whether patient now you're immigrant or not, if it's to go to the higher ups, the hospital can be shut down.
But how can I go to the higher up?
You're a human being. You're a human being who is sick, who is dying. Documents, illegal stuff can come later. They have people. It's your honor crowd, and they're taking care of you. Not that time they be crying now. Maybe some hospitals will hard, they wouldn't care. Other hospitals, they might, due to financial things, and they'll contact those agencies that are involved in those stuffs. And even they don't contact and say, you have a file near the portal. We have social workers. Those social workers are the ones that will make sure, say, you are illegal in this country, you are sick, you came to the hospital, you can't foot your bills. They have resources around. They have charity groups around that help people like that, or people in that kind of situation. What am I saying? In hospital, it's not their job to deport you from the country. Their job is to take care of you. Their job is to make sure you get a very good and quality health care.
So the point in and say, who articles be brave? Any articles, even in movie series,
right?
There are cases the diagnosis not diagnosis the person. The amount of money, most of it is surgery. The amount of money the hospital has to spend, to take care of the person is too big.
Right.
So the person end up dying out of it.
Right.
Just because maybe for example, one, maybe a sikanasu.
Right.
Two, one insurance be yeah. And the criminal says the insurance
right.
It's important. Even phone credit insurance also, which is important. And they won't take care of that person, no.
Right.
And also, what would you say?
Yeah. So that makes sense. I mean, it is not 100%. It's always gonna be, and it depending hospital. Fortunately or unfortunately, you end up, at. But not kind insurance is very important, and everybody has to be paid for somehow reason. So what I must say, there's nothing free in America. You somehow have to pay. Almost share quantum of surgical procedure you have to go through. And I'm who say, okay, it's gonna require a lot of money. That is when, that is when I'm a requirements for money, ebebem. So what I say. No cry and say, the surgeons or the hospital can wait. Some catcher will say, first and for hospital be a surgeon for everybody to be to stay alive. What I say. It is a surgeon, they still go ahead and do the surgery. Okay? They still go ahead and do the surgery, even though you don't have the money, but they will let you know, say, you still have to pay it. So what I say. And kofua omuja omo it falls on their reputation. Because we are surgeon. Now patients are bound chain. Now you were requiring money before you go in for a procedure. It spoils your reputation. Even though surgeons or doctors they are with hospitals and everything, they are individualized. What am I saying? Say Dr. A on my good quality care. It doesn't matter say who Mayo Clinic or be about on choose you as a doctor.
Oh. Okay, so now like I said, you are falling into the problems across America, I say.
Right.
In Ghana, when I was in Ghana,
right,
I knew nothing about depression. Because America was the first place for me to have a loan, like owe someone. Because back in Africa, I didn't have money.
Right.
I wouldn't say I was rich, but I was living a comfortable life.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that is like no one was worrying me when it comes to money.
Right.
But here is a place that when I came, I'll use myself as an example. I had depression at some point. Yeah, but back in Africa there was nothing like depression.
Right.
And I read an article recently, right? And in that article, I think it came from the CBS?
CBC.
CBC.
Yeah.
The suicide rate in America starts from the age of 10
Oh yeah.
to 65. What do you think causes those suicide rates?
Suicidal rate and the depression and all those.
And
in general, in mental.
Why do you think people commit suicide, especially the African American and then the black African?
Yeah, I mean, it's great. And this is where, the exposure of America not being so great comes in. What must say? Every great thing, okay, in our human sense, okay, if you study ethics, every great thing, in our human sense comes with responsibilities. If you want to be great, if you want to be termed the greatest person or the greatest country in the whole world, it comes with responsibilities. What are the responsibilities? Making sure your citizens or anybody on your land or your soil is well taken care of. Financially, emotionally, spiritually, whatever. Whole being. That's what I say. If you haven't been able to get there, or as in quotes being termed as the greatest country, if you are still having those problems,
I'll let you continue. But let's pause here.
Yeah.
Talk about spiritualist.
Yeah. No, not spiritual. I mean, I'm kind of spiritual aspect.
I know.
Yeah.
You continue.
Right.
But just answer this question. Is America or Americans spiritualist as compared to where we come from?
Oh yeah. As a human being, you have to be spiritual.
No, I'm talking about the whole country.
Yeah.
Because we come from a country where we don't believe in same-sex marriage, right? We don't. It's like religion is not even a problem. It's a word of religion is something that defines Africa identity.
Yes, it's a safe haven for Africans.
Yep,
that could.
And do you think America is spiritualist? And then when you finish, you can continue with it.
Oh, I mean, it's you can't even attribute that to spiritual stuff. Okay, we can, but in this context right now, no, we can't do it. So that's what I say. The reason being that when it comes to that same-sex marriage and all those kind of things, now it's a whole lot of things. Okay. And this is money, so what must say, and even with this, it has a very good, stuff in the Bible. When God gave Adam and Eve everything, when God gave Adam and Eve everything in the garden to succeed as our Adam and Eve, and told them not to touch one thing in the garden. What did we? I mean, based on what we know, what happened? They left everything that they were given to go for that one thing that they were told not to. So, and see, any pursuit say if we are given that freedom or that regulations, we go the extra mile as human beings. What must I say? That could be one of the factors or the reasons behind what we see as same-sex marriage and everything and all that. I'm not going to focus. In Ghana, I can't say in Ghana same-sex marriage in any honor. It be what about in should I legal? What's what I say? For 4 years here, any other song, but obin to me, enko obin to me enko. What do you call it? I mean, now because of the Western influence and everything, Mecca Ghana because I'm from Ghana. Mecca Ghana because Kofuebu or Ghana, they are entitled to be say we are going to the Parliament House and then speak or throw them that motion to even talk about legalizing same-sex marriage. Whilst can make canon cars Ghanaians there. I can't that with future granye. What must I say? A lot of people, the lives that have been claimed from road accidents, it's more than anything else. It's more than you being deprived from having sex with your same person. But and then you want us to, you know what I mean? Legalize. See, I know it's some sort of, but say, they make us say about freedom. No? They have everything. Okay, when you wake up as an American, what do you worry about? Okay, bills.
A lot of them.
Bills.
Even right now, taxes.
Right.
It's high.
Exactly. As an American, as an average American, taking out immigration, taking out slavery, taking out all those discriminations and everything. Just a general American. If you wake up early morning, if you wake up from your bed, what do you think about? Bills. And what is the solution to the bills? Work. So what I say. And see, if you're able to put yourself in that right stuff now, you can find solutions to that one problem. You can find solutions to that one, the first kind of American problem, say it's your bills. It's, if you take that thing out of the way, what else again? Enjoyment, and that kind of stuff. And now, Obia feels he's entitled to say Obia have the freedom and everything. It's it's our freedom no without regulations no, and it's end up being macrophobic. And we say okay, well let's try this out. If you try it out, it's good. Oh, why don't we just go to the government and be like, yeah, pass this bill for us because we tried it. It's good for us. That's our feelings. That's us. That's what we want to do. No, my because a lot of roads are being it's a developed country.
I say the here omono and
it's what must say.
Okay, but try also depression in
right.
Suicide rate.
So depression and suicide rate. Like I say, it links to the Americans here. Say, they have everything and all that. So and depression, suicide, and everything. Okay, we are all human beings. Human beings work. We are supposed to work hand in hand with each and everybody. It's relationships, like relations, like communication. That sense of belonging to something. As a human being, if you take that thing out of your life, you'll be depressed. Okay. Aside.
Repeat what you just said again.
Human beings. Okay. We are social. We are we are social human beings. Socialization is linked with relationships we have with one another. Calling somebody your family, calling somebody your friend, calling somebody your brother, calling somebody your sister, calling somebody your child, calling somebody your mother, calling somebody your father. Relationships, communication. That is what we need as human beings in general to help with our mental instability. And you say and a final solution to that. Eboa, kakra, bebre kra. What must I say? Ghana, obi the council no. Oh, I found. Obekwa bonte kodidi, cause
Okafodidi.
What must I say? Obekwa making or the council no the future emboso because obepia bonte kodidi akogine ni aba. What must I say? It's sare no any na adwin po say menkotena so kokumi ho. What must I say? But aha no omu say nkofo the Canada but omo no dey na are more of family break, like breaking of that setting as a human being. Say you have relations with one another. How should them? I mean, so you see them.
And that's me say they be a chefi. Mingo baby, obi a mesra me obi. Like obi a couple time.
What must I say?
Yeah.
Sa business no era yen kofo They've distracted us so much from thinking about our own selves and seeing ourselves as human beings that we have to, have some belonging to some sort of family. In case I say, biological family, but some sort of family. What am I saying? I'm distracted with so much, with so many things. What am I saying?
Yeah. So I have this friend then. So I'm going to speak English because I know she might hear this.
Right.
So I have this friend. Her mom and her dad died a long time ago.
Right.
She came here with her sister. So the sister moved to a different state.
Right.
Now she has 2 kids. It got to a point she was depressed to a point where she wanted to kill herself because everyone around her, it's like she wasn't getting the love that she was getting, and then she felt empty. She felt lonely, and then she felt like the world was on top of her. Secondly, bills was piling up. Yeah, not because she can't work. It's because she can work, but then who's going to take care of the kids?
Right.
So it's like everything coming together,
right?
Boiled up, and then
right.
And Africans, we don't trust therapy.
Right.
We believe we are strong.
Right.
Black is strong, so let me keep it in.
Right.
And then most Africans don't even ask for help. So we boil it up to a point where it becomes too much, and then one time it explodes.
Right.
And when it does, the only thing that comes in the mind that if I die, what will happen?
Right.
If I kill myself, what will happen? So that was what came into her head.
Right.
So she decided to kill herself. Yeah. We are almost ready to go.
Right.
But I'll have one last question for you, and then we end.
Right.
You've been here 6 years. I've been here 8 years.
Right.
What advice would you give
right.
to anyone that has it in your mind that let me travel to America to make money?
Be ready to be responsible.
That's the only advice you give to that person.
Yep.
Be ready to be responsible.
Yep.
Here is A&C Empire Radio, and if this is your first time listening to us or watching us, you can subscribe, comment, and then share. You can tell us our mistakes so that we will correct anytime that we come here. My name is A&C Empire, and I have Maxwell here. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me too. Yeah, thank you.